Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Flying Dog. This is The Fear, which is an Imperial Pumpkin Ale, clocking in at 9%. That's a very scary label. I'm very fearful looking at whatever the hell that is. 9% alcohol by volume. It is an ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, brewed by Flying Dog Brewery in Utica, New York. This is a bottle from Michael Cornrow. Thank you, Michael. I don't think I've had anything from Flying Dog before. If I have, it was years ago. It's not something that I see a ton of around here. So pretty excited to try this. I don't see any date or anything on the can, but pumpkin beer. This is probably um, relatively new for this year. But yeah, there's really no other information. Actually, that's not true. It says, why is there only one time of year when we embrace the fear? At all other times, the fear dominates us, controls us, and prevents us from greatness. Whatever the fear is that consumes you, learn to embrace it. Only then will the true artist in you rise up. Okay, that was a waste of time reading because it doesn't tell you anything about the beer. But anyway, let's pour this up and see what we're working with here. It looks really nice already, kind of a dark, almost like a mahogany, brown color. As I was pouring it into the glass, I could tell that it was clear. It's not hazy or has sediment or anything like that floating around. It's a pretty filtered looking dark brown. You can't see any light through it on the camera. Not really either when I hold it up to the light. So pretty dark brown beer. Almost looks black on camera. Nice one finger creamy kind of khaki colored head. Smells good. Getting the pumpkin pie type aromas. Maybe a little cinnamon, nutmeg. The actual vegetal pumpkin itself. Maybe a touch of vanilla. Actually, a little bit of like graham cracker. Yeah, a little bit of like a graham cracker note. It smells really good. It definitely doesn't smell boozy at all. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Yeah, that pumpkin pie spice is coming through. A little bit of cinnamon, maybe a touch of nutmeg. I'm getting a touch of graham cracker, some brown bread. Really nice. I'm definitely not getting any alcohol with this, which is scary at 9%. The body is on the medium side. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing. I don't know how often I say that about pumpkin beers, but it does have a refreshing quality to it. I'm drinking it pretty cold, but I mean, it's not ice cold. These beers typically, as they warm up, they develop a little bit more flavor. But I do like to start with most of my beers cold, other than maybe like Bourbon County, some of the barrel aged stouts. But even then, I don't like them room temperature. I gotta have them a little bit chilled. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about this The Fear Imperial Pumpkin Ale here, and it's really nice. It's really scary how easy drinking this is. Yeah, really enjoyable. The fact that at 9% the body is on the medium side and you can really drink this down quickly if you wanted to. The pumpkin pie spice is not overwhelming. All of that is a little bit scary. It puts the fear in you because you can get carried away with a beer like this. I like the fact too that the pumpkin pie spice notes, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, all of that, they're there, but they're not overwhelming, overpowering, and you actually get a little bit of the pumpkin um, type flavor. Sometimes you just get the pumpkin pie spice. This is actually brewed with pumpkin and spices, and you can tell because there's a little bit of that vegetal pumpkin flavor. that I really enjoy. Sometimes the pumpkin beers are just pumpkin spice beers, and there is no pumpkin in it. This is, you can definitely tell that there's pumpkin in it, and the spice notes are there, but they're well balanced with the rest of the beer. It doesn't overpower the malt. It doesn't overpower the the actual base beer. It's not overly spiced, so it's really nice in that regard. The alcohol, 9%, is masked exceptionally well. It's got some nice roasty, toasty notes with the dark roasted malt. Like I said earlier, beer's very dark, very roasty. A little bit of that graham cracker too is nice, but it's not super sweet by any stretch of the imagination. It's very well balanced and a delightful beer. So for a pumpkin beer, this is excellent. Some of the pumpkin beers I've had over the years, some stouts, some barrel aged pumpkin beers, rum barrel aged, especially for a couple of them, which for pumpkin works really well. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting off track. So the Fear from Flying Dog Brewery out of Utica, New York, limited release. Obviously, get it around this time of year when all the fall beers and the pumpkin beers are coming out. This is one to try if you can get it in your area. It is an excellent imperial pumpkin ale. I like the fact that it's not too much going on. It's not overpowering. The alcohol's masked well, and you still get a lot of that base beer, that roasted malt character, the breadiness. It's all there without being overly done in the spice department. So I'm going to give this a 96 out of 100, which is a very solid A. One of the better pumpkin beers that I've had in a while. I'd love to see a barrel-aged version of this. It probably won't happen, but I find that barrel-aged pumpkin beers are incredible. Like a rum barrel-aged version of this, I think would be outstanding. But anyway, 96 out of 100 for the Fear. Thank you, Michael Kormeroff, again for providing me with this bottle. I really appreciate it. I've had some great beers over the last few days from Michael, and I have a few more to get into, so pretty excited about that. So that'll do it for this beer review, folks. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you can get this beer in your area. How does it rank among the pumpkin beers that you've had? That'll do it for this beer review, folks. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next Georgia beer review. Until then, cheers, everybody.